Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most electrifying podcast in sports entertainment. Welcome to the Under the Ring podcast. And it's your boy in a sexy mood tonight. It's your boy, Kenny Dalton. Yes. And I don't have the boys because I don't do the boys. But I'm feeling sexy tonight. Sexy wine, sexy robe. We're going to talk about some wrestling tonight.
This motherfucker here.
Joining us from a special appearance out in St. Louis today, where he is, first and foremost, congratulations to both of our boys, Lewis, for graduating base training. That is a blessing. Congrats, Lou, for making it. But joining us from St. Louis from that graduation is the champ. He is the champ. Is that your daddy? Feeling sexy and we scissoring? Woo!
Yeah.
What's going on? It's the champ, Tito. Come on out. What's going on, brother?
I'm tired and it's cold as fuck out here. Son, it was hot as fuck. As soon as the sun went down, this shit is bricking than a motherfucker. This shit is cold as fuck.
Joining us also from Louisville, Kentucky, the man with the brewery plan. He is the man who is keeping NWO in the lead. He is Matty Bischoff. What's going on, Matt?
What's up, y'all?
I told everybody I'm in my sexy mode tonight. You know, I'm in my sexy robe tonight. You know, that's how we doing it tonight. That's how we doing it today. Mongo said he'll be joining us in a few, but let's get into some pretty much what we're here for, to talk about wrestling. I guess the biggest thing that we need to talk about that happened this week was we finally got a chance to hear Punk's side of the story. My gam on to Your gam is on to Listen, this is my sexy robe. I'm Kenny Dalton tonight, baby. This is the sexy robe. Actually, this robe.
You bring a sexy back.
Right. What happened is, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. In my household, being the only guy in this household, all of my shit gets taken. My socks, my t-shirts, everything of mine gets taken because I'm the only guy in this house. So, I am. Oh, and look, the person I'm talking about is talking about tell the truth. So, hola, mama. So, like I said, in this house, everything is taken on. Shirts, socks, t-shirts, everything is taken on. So, the missus went away to visit her sister, and I told her, I said yes. Because I saw a meme on Instagram where it was like, fellas, when you can finally enjoy her stuff. Because the wife went away and the guy had on his wife's robe and stuff. And I told her, I said, listen, the minute you go away, I'm wearing your shit and I'm going to feel sexy. I'm finally get to wear your shit for a change. So here I am in the sexy robe with her sexy glass, drinking her sexy wine. Yep.
And I'm drinking my sexy beer.
Kenny Dalton, baby.
Yeah. Peanut butter, chocolate, and vanilla.
Oh, that sounds like good. That sounds like a fucking Snickers with a can. That's what that shit sounds like.
It's a drink for Reese's.
Oh, that do sound good. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about some wrestling. Like I said, the biggest thing that we got going on this week is that CM Punk's side of the story came out. Now, if anyone has been living under a rock, doesn't know what we're talking about. Right. CM at the end of AEW's last pay-per-view shows, they have at the end of all AEW pay-per-view shows, they have something called a scrum, where they have their wrestlers talk to the media. You know, just try to get, I guess, more real. During the scrum, CM Punk said some very negative comments about the company, about some workers, especially about three of the EVPs of the company. So when he gets back to his locker room, those three EVPs go approach him. Big fight breaks out. Everybody gets suspended. We ain't heard or seen anybody yet.
Right.
Now, so that's a quick catch up if you don't know what I'm talking about. So basically, now we got CM Punk's side of the story. Basically, after CM Punk feels that in CM Punk's mind, he feels that the only reason he even got involved because what he said at the scrum, calling everybody fucking losers and not doing their job and little kids and stuff like that, just completely
Right.
disrespecting Omega and the Bucks. Your man CM Punk is like, I don't see what the problem was. They hit my dog. Supposedly, Larry got some teeth knocked out.
I don't even think that happened.
Because supposedly when the Bucks kicked the door open, the door hit Larry. Now Larry is not a human, ladies and gentlemen. Larry is the dog. In this story,
Larry the dog.
Larry did not bite somebody. Ace bit somebody. Ace
he is not a dog.
Ace is a human. Okay, here's the part. That's the best part. The dog didn't bite nobody. The dog got hit, got saved.
The dog was well behaved. The dog was more behaved than the humans.
Yep, you're right. Punk acted like DMX when his dog. Nah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a One Love Larry tattoo on the back of Punk one day. Like you see DMX with the One Love Boomer. I wouldn't be surprised about it. I wouldn't be surprised. Supposedly, Larry got hit by the door, caused his teeth to come out. During this time, Omega picks up the dog, moves the dog, and then that's when Ace decides to go Larry on.
Right.
Ace decides to go Larry on Omega and gets the biting. So, like I said, Punk seems to feel that his comments, even though anybody who heard them knows they were. The owner of the company who was sitting next to him knew his comments were detrimental to the company.
Right.
But Punk didn't. But Punk doesn't think so.
They made like 1 billion memes off of his facial reactions to everything that Punk was saying.
Right, because right. Larry and Adam Cole were the most calm-headed people during the whole thing. Adam Cole was in the corner dancing on Twitch a video game during this time. Okay, that's what was going on. All right, but Punk really feels that nothing he did, warranted the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega coming after him. Dude, you called them pretty much fuck ups. You called them fuck ups. You said that they weren't worth a shit. You pulled a Kanye.
He basically he self-sabotaged he fucked up his own track. All he had to do was show up, win. Nope.
Right.
You wasn't satisfied with just showing up and winning. You had to speak your piece.
That's the part and that's the part that I always want to point out with Punk. Like, even when he is the star, it's not enough. Like, even when he is the fucking star, like, I don't be like, yo, you really hate it. Yeah, I don't like CM Punk because I don't like the fact that there's nothing you can do to please this whiny, spoiled brat. That's what he is. He's not even he's a whiny, spoiled, bitter old brat.
Yeah.
And he's bitter because he's broke. Because if he wasn't broke, he wouldn't be doing this shit. Let's keep it a buck. If you're gonna quit, you're gonna quit.
That's true.
And y'all know I said that right from the start. I said, "Oh, he broke."
Right.
He must be broke. Because he said he was done. He said he was coming back.
Right. And I'm saying, we know Sting ain't broke because Sting, been wrestling. He ain't quit. Mm-hmm. Anytime you see one of these old wrestlers come back, 95% of the time, if it wasn't because their career was cut short by an injury, 95% of the time it's because their asses is broke. Right? Think Undertaker doing a one-man show right now.
Undertaker is so broke.
Dead ass.
Posing with tigers and shit.
I'm tired of seeing
And
Undertaker.
who said Undertaker was broke way before we found out? I was saying that nigga was broke. I was like, oh, he broke.
Matt been saying Taker was broke since since fucking when he won against Bray in Mania. That's how long Matt been saying Taker's broke.
You know, like, this dude only wrestles once a year. He got to be like on some like broke shit. And then he signed a 20-year contract after he retired. I'm like, oh yeah, you are broke.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, come on. But like going back, Punk. Adam Cole still watches cartoons. You goddamn right he still does, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. If there was any good ones on, I'd watch them too.
Xavier Woods, that's all he does.
And they making money off of watching cartoons and playing video games.
Hell, he got to see Black Panther before us.
Right.
Yep.
AJ damn sure did call Taker broke.
He did.
Everybody know, like Undertaker has everybody's respect in the locker room.
But they know that nigga broke.
Ain't no financial advice coming from no Undertaker. Everybody know it's probably a running joke in the locker room. Like, hey, I ain't trying to end up like Undertaker. I ain't trying to be having to sign a 20-year contract after I'm done wrestling.
So Undertaker waffle makers and shit.
Right. A $100 Undertaker championship belt. Kiss my ass.
That's why Seth Rollins. That's why the Shield gonna be rich forever. they ain't spending their money.
Not one bit.
Seth ain't spending his money.
And the one thing that one person was spending their money on was Moxley and alcohol, and he kicked that. So he definitely saving. He definitely saving his money.
The new age wrestler
working everywhere too.
The new age wrestler saves their money and plays video games. They don't drink.
Right. But I'm gonna go back to Punk. How does Punk? That's the thing with Punk. Like, dude, you straight up and down had the top spot in the company, and that how was that not enough for you?
It's never enough.
Right. He's definitely you move from Vegas to Cincinnati, you damn sure saving money. But how was that not enough for you? Like you tried to you quote unquote tried to give up the belt because you were injured, and the boss told you, no, I'm not gonna let you do that. Like you talked about not being the moniker and the marquee person on the moniker. Guess what? You are. How was that not enough for you? That's what I don't get. I don't get how is that not enough for him. And he felt the need to run his yap, and Omega and the Bucks went back to that locker room, and another scrum popped out.
And beat that ass. They was ready to beat that ass.
Until Ace decided to lockjaw somebody. So Ace became Pitbull status.
And it's like, I don't even understand why Punk is even. It's been that happened all the way in September. We about to be in November, bruh. We don't want to hear your side of the story. We wanted to hear your side of the story all the way back when it happened.
Right.
Yep.
Now you had all this time to stew, all this time for stuff to blow over. We ain't even thinking about that shit no more. And now you want to tell us your side of the story. We don't want to hear your side of the story, Punk, because more than likely it's bullshit. You would have all this time to make up some bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Wasn't no lawyer telling you to keep quiet about the situation. It's like you could have made a comment. You could have made a comment.
You don't see Ace still out here defending himself, talking about some. Well, I ain't really bite nobody. He's like,
I just nibbled on him.
Ace still is like, yep, I bit him.
I took a little nibble on motherfucker. What's wrong with nibbling a nigga?
Mongo's here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the producer. The man, the producer. Get your ass back up here, Margo.
I don't want to be part of this anymore.
You don't want to talk about nibbling?
You don't want to nibble on nobody?
Hold up. Show off that pin on your head.
Oh, yeah, look at that. We'll give courtesy of our street team, brother.
What you call it?
I got something else
Marco, we talk.
But appreciate it. Appreciate it, Tito. You're my boy.
What you call it? Mongo, we're talking about CM Punk's side story and the nibbling.
Shit up. He's making shit up.
Right.
Making shit up.
Look, Mongo ain't been here 30 seconds. And already said what we said. Like,
Shit,
fucking
we know a lie before. We know a lie.
Fucking liar. Fucking liar.
7 weeks later is they threw the door in my dog's face and he lost the teeth.
Right.
Well, where was that? Where was that 7 weeks ago?
Right.
Right.
It took you 7 weeks to tell us that your dog had a door thrown at him. Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
This is a legal battle now that has to be proven. Where are the records? Where are the dinner records from the
dog?
Bring those up.
Peter would have been
Let's
called
hear 'em.
ASAP.
They ain't got no legal records because they ain't got the dental records for Ace Steel.
Like if your dog really lost teeth and had to go get checked out, there's a record somewhere at that vet of the teeth getting put back in that dog's mouth. Like something done. So for you to come out almost 2 months later saying this, and it's interesting that this came out right as it was reported that the Elite were backstage at Dynamite. Like the second that happened, all of a sudden.
Speaking of that, since you mentioned them just that way about backstage and Dynamite, on Dynamite there was a very odd promo video for the Elite.
Them boys got Thanos snapped.
Exactly. Oh no! To be honest with you, I don't know if Mongo hates Punk more than me. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't.
Mongo hates Mojo.
Kenny's a hater. I hate Mojo and Tony D'Angelo, but I just like to see shit plain as day how it is, and how it's spelled out is he's fucking lying. But,
right. It's 7 weeks. Like, dude, you can't. His max was probably like 2 weeks. But 7? No. You lying. We know you lying.
And that's the best you could make. Yeah, even a good liar. Like, damn, that's the best you could do.
That's he hit us with the dog ate my homework.
Right.
He hit us with
the door hit my dog.
Where's the evidence? My dog ate it.
Like that's what
no, like, like that whole excuse. I'm like, the door hit your dog. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Kenny Omega saved your dog. So how did the door hit your dog?
Because I'm pretty sure Kenny got bit while saving your dog.
I was like, how did the door hit your dog if he was saving your dog?
But speaking of Kenny Omega in the Elite, on AEW they had a video package where every major moment that the Elite, from them announcing AEW to them winning titles, things, every major moment of the Elite, like Matt said, they were fucking Thanos snapped right out of those fucking scenes. What the fuck is that about? Of course, there's speculation, meaning that they're leaving, blah blah blah. But how could they be leaving if they're backstage? Super Elite. That's what we getting.
You don't do that video if they're leaving.
Right.
That is not their leaving thing. That is
a repackaging thing.
That's a repackaging thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they're clearly. I don't know if it's going to be like they're going to start doing more shit for themselves, which is weird because they were already doing that anyway.
Right.
Like they were already heelish. They just ended up on a weird side for no reason.
I think they're gonna.
So I don't know what it's gonna be.
Maybe they're gonna go back to heel Bullet Club version of the Elite.
I hope not, because they just turned face. They were just becoming crowd favorites when they won the title.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like they just turned face. So I don't know what it's. Maybe they're gonna come in like, all right, tired of this shit. We're the EVPs. Let's clean shit up, and that's the characters, is them being like more responsible. I don't know what it's going to be. It's interesting, but I don't understand where it could go from here. NW's version of NWO. They already did that.
I think they're going to. I think at some point it's going to be something what Mongo was saying.
I need the cleaner at some point, yo. I need Kenny the fucking cleaner to come out at some goddamn point.
I think he got surgically replaced. He ain't never coming back.
The cleaner died on the table. The cleaner ain't never coming back. You gotta deal with
Like,
it.
I need the cleaner to come back. Okay. If not that Kenny Omega, I need the Kenny Omega that had the black leather fucking jacket and the glasses. Okay.
Was it not the cleaner?
No, that was the one before the cleaner. He would use the cleaner every now and then using that one. Bro, shit, what was this shit before the cleaner? God damn it.
I really hope they're not, because I did kind of get that feeling with that package, with this repackaging. I'm really hoping they're not going to make them heels, because they really don't need that in AEW.
They have enough fucking heels.
We don't need heel bosses on top of that. Like, we know you are the executive vice presidents. We don't need,
love of God.
We don't need the authority.
I heard, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Steven Larson. They were talking about how like it seems that everything was like perfect in Dynamite for like 2.5 years, or for AEW for 2.5 years, and ever since then it's been weird because like Khan had everything planned out for 2.5 years, and now he's having to do this shit week by week.
Yeah,
I guess that makes sense because like I feel like this is a move that he would not have made in that first 2.5 years. I don't know, but again, we don't know what it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be something. Maybe we're wrong. That, and then another thing happened on that show, which we'll get to, that confuses the shit out of me.
Also, I noticed in that promo package, what's his face? Oh, excuse me. Don Callis also got Thanos snap in those celebrations.
Yep.
Oh,
it was Callis. It was Don.
Adam Page didn't. Adam Page, did he get Thanos snapped in it?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
That's
it was
what I
just
thought. So.
It was just those three and Don Callis.
Yeah. So whatever it is, Don Callis is going to be involved.
I don't even think Cutler got snapped. Like I think it was just. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be. Side note: did y'all notice the graphic for the Triple Threat Atlantic Championship match, where they had the flags behind everybody? And OC had the American flag, and what's his name had his, and Luchasaurus didn't have a flag.
He's a dinosaur, damn it. That's why I fucking love Luchasaurus. He the GOAT. But he a dinosaur, so he the dino GOAT now.
I didn't notice that until I saw it again, and I was like, that's actually kind of funny. I like it. I mean, that's pretty good.
It's the one gimmick that is just so fucking stupid. But it's so like well done.
He's dedicated to the gimmick.
He's dedicated to the motherfucker. I'll give him that.
I said something about Orange Cassidy the other day, like, because y'all know I don't really like Orange Cassidy that much.
Yeah, because you're a dummy.
But he walked out with a book bag to carry the belt because he didn't want to. And I was like, all right.
To hold the belt.
Okay. That's. Like that is not only dedication, that takes thought to get to that point.
I was just like, damn, how
lazy are you? You're that lazy.
Do you understand how hard your brain has to work to come up with the idea to be too lazy to carry a belt and need it? Like, there's so much thought that went into that bit. I kind of you can't be upset at that. That's funny.
Like, how great of a wrestler are you that you have more motivation to wrestle and defend this title than to even carry it?
Because the funny shit was your man popped up out of nowhere, too, with that shit. Hey, talking about me? Talking about this? Let's do it. Like, you can't beat that, Mongo. Come on.
What's the thing? I've been like, oh man, like it's been the same thing for like 2 years. Nothing changes, and he added something to the gimmick, and you know what? It feels different. he just added something to it. That's all I was asking for 2 years,
and for him to do it as a baby face,
and he finally did it. And when I saw that book bag, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, that is
because you finally came around.
Fucking funny.
Because you came around to it.
It's not that I come around. You
come around.
Not come around. He's finally added shit to the gimmick. He's finally.
That's because he's had something to add to it. It's not his fault. It took them forever to put a belt on him.
Hey.
Come on now, it's not it. You and I both. Everybody here will agree. He should have had a belt since that fucking Jericho feud.
Yep.
Everybody here can.
He should have been TNT champion.
Okay, there was something else. There's something else to add to the gimmick now. It's not his fault.
Well, they gave him their European title, so this was perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the way he popped up on some, hey, talking about me, talk about this, let's do it, and that's it.
It's like when Christian won the light heavyweight championship. Nobody remembers that, but it happened.
Shut up. Look.
Oh.
I have my reason.
Lord.
All right.
What is the beef with y'all two? What is the fucking beef?
She's talking a lot of shit. I don't appreciate it.
It was like a 4-year-old kid. She do it for she. It was her fault. She did it. Yo, Margo, pull up the Halloween.
Fighting with the fucking chat. Like, damn it.
Come here, Margo. Pull up the Halloween Havoc. What you call it?
Man, fuck Halloween Havoc.
Right.
Okay.
Fucking Halloween Havoc.
Should have been Maddie Rain.
She said, and you got a sippy cup.
I'm about to ban her ass in the chat, so I'm about to make you just watch. Damn.
What?
Look, you can talk this shit to everybody but me. All right.
Oh.
Go talk shit to Tito. You two can get all pissy. I don't deserve this.
Yes, you do.
After everything I've done for my country, I don't deserve this.
No,
you deserve everything that you get. Okay.
All right. So, all right,
overall, what do we give? Hold on. Overall, what do we give Halloween Havoc?
B plus.
I give it a B minus.
Yeah, 6 or 7, B minus, C plus.
Yeah.
It really was just like the end and beginning matches were really, really great.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on what you like about the ambulance match, you probably would have been okay with that. And everything else just really didn't feel like a fucking pay-per-view match. Like,
it didn't.
It didn't. I watched it later. I didn't even watch Saturday. I watched it on Sunday, and I was like,
This past week's episode was better than Halloween Havoc, in my opinion.
I sent that shit in the chat. I said, I'm glad it's not 2.0 anymore because I'd be having to eat crow right now because that was one of the best episodes they've done in months.
That show was a pay-per-view.
Great. That was one of the best shows. That was one of the best weekly shows WWE's had.
Yeah.
In a long time. It
really was.
That 2 hours flew by.
Let's get down to business here. So the first match is the ladder match. Wesley became North American champion.
Finally.
NWO. We got those points.
Great. It's a great match. Great for Wes. I'm glad Wes is so liked by Sean and everybody else there. They seem to love the shit out of him.
Right. I think they love the shit out of him, and they feel bad for him too. Because
he was in a fucked up situation.
He busted his ass and got fucked over for no reason. Like, it's not his fault.
Right.
Say what you want about Wentz and whatever and all that. Like, whether you are one side or the other, the point is Wes didn't deserve to be.
He lost a title. He won a title. He replaced the
Just
title.
to give it
He
up.
technically never lost. He replaced a title he never technically lost.
Yeah. So I'm really happy for him. And so him and Mello, I'm sure, is moving on up because he's been at main event a few times. Oro Mensah looked great. Frazier looked great. Von Wagner was there.
Von Wagner almost killed somebody in the crowd. Did you see that video, Mongo?
Yo, when he tossed somebody. Yo,
he tossed Wes. He
tossed
Wes. When he was picking up the ladder and he moved it,
he almost hit a fan.
He almost hit a fan. He almost killed a fan.
That woman had to.
They had to do this.
I would have I would have let that shit hit me.
I know.
Listen,
I
this is
said the same
definitely not,
shit.
definitely not House of Glory. Because remember, Tito, chick in front of us got kicked in the face.
Oh,
She
yeah,
caught a boot.
She caught
See?
Sweet Cheek's whole body and the boot to the face.
See,
Damn.
I would have been getting WWE money.
Like,
I would have been like,
I know, man. If I saw a ladder count at me, I would have just been like,
I would have been like, oh.
yeah, just
Take
come on,
me now.
let's do this. I'll take a
Dude, how-
broken nose.
How
What's
can
that
we
broken
repay-
nose?
I got lifelong front row seats and some money. Yeah,
Let me meet HBK.
Yeah, so a lot of great spots. Wes looked great and he wins, and it's just a cool thing. And then Apollo Crews and Grayson Waller in a casket match.
Casket matches do not work in 2022. Casket
Casket
matches,
match-
They don't
Casket-
work when it's not a match
when they're
for
not
people that aren't-
Undertaker.
Right.
Yeah,
I was
like,
gonna say, if it's not Undertaker, it's not worth it. You can't do it.
Like
Yeah.
there are, if you're not Taker or if you don't have like a spooky fucking like if Rosemary did a
Bray.
casket match, cool. Bray, yeah, like Apollo isn't spooky. He just has red eyes. Like it
Great.
doesn't
He
make,
just has allergies.
it doesn't
Permanent
make
pink
any
eye.
sense. So that match,
Motherfucker said Apollo needed his
he does. He needs some fucking Visine. Like it
He
ain't.
he just needs some Claritin. Claritin clear.
Some
That-
Claritin
He
D
needs
is
some
what he needs. He needs Claritin D. But so it was fine. It was like, whatever. It was decent. It was 5 out of 10. Fuck it.
It could have been a TV
Next-
match. That didn't need to
next
be a pay-per-view match.
Next match, same fucking problem. Roxanne Perez beats Cora Jade.
I didn't
Who
care.
fucking cares? No one cares.
It's a feud that
Doesn't.
should have been over.
been over. First off, it was a dumb feud to begin with. With Cora Jade turning right after they won the fucking
Yeah,
belt.
that's why it
Yeah.
was immediately put on the back burner for a lot of us because it was like y'all just won. Why are you turning on her?
right. This is stupid. This is stupid. You stupid. It's a stupid feud.
People were turning on me. We didn't have time to turn on you. No, we didn't have time. We barely knew you.
Right, like we cheered you when you won last week. What the hell are you talking about? Turn on you. It was
Like,
last week.
Like her music is like the generation of Jade. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Like I
Wow.
said, they literally won the belt the week before. Who turned on you? We cheered. You beat Toxic Attraction. We
But it was
cheered.
Like finally the belts are off toxic. God damn it.
And then they threw him in the trash. Then she threw him in the trash, and then they brought him out the trash.
Mhm.
And then we got some more bullshit.
Same
We'll
trash
talk
can.
about-
Like they don't throw trash away at NXT. Like they don't have a trash person. Why is it still in the trash can the next week? Anyway, the next match was Creed versus Damon Kim ambulance match.
Eh.
It was all right. It was
Damon Kemp's
great
not.
for. No, Julius Creed is fucking ready.
No, I was about to say. I just said Damon Kemp is not ready yet. He
No,
wasn't ready
he-
for a pay-per-view match. He needs to be in
He
a
wasn't
couple more
ready
tags
for-
match. He was not ready for a singles match.
He wasn't ready for this feud.
He
No.
really was.
Like, the-
He's
the
only
thing is,
on
like-
TV. He's only on TV because one, he's the other. He's the more famous brother's brother, and
Right.
he's the one that's actually doing good. The more famous brother was the one that was
Yeah.
signed.
And he's doing terrible apparently, which is
Right.
Right.
hilarious in hindsight.
We'll probably see
Uh,
him 4 years from now, like we saw someone else.
But,
Talk about
but,
that. We're going to
but
talk
like
about.
that group, I said this in my work chat yesterday, or the day before. It is not good when the best talker in your group is Roderick Strong. You know what I mean? 'Cause he can't talk.
Right.
So-
and the Creeds, good God. Don't, like you said,
holy
Mongo,
shit.
don't ever
Yeah,
give Brutus, don't ever give Brutus a fucking microphone again.
Ever. I never want to hear that motherfucker talk.
They
for
can't
the
talk
rest
for
of his
shit.
career.
They talk in all caps.
They're talking all caps, but also somewhat quietly. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I don't understand it.
Like
It's
me
almost
and my
monotone.
brother. Me and my brother gonna beat that ass. And
They-
you
they-
gonna learn today
They
not to
talk
mess with Diamond Mine.
they talk like people do when you go rent those like C action movies from the 80s.
Yeah.
Where like there's nobody famous, but there's like someone from Star Trek in there 5 minutes in, and that's it. And like
that's how they hit you in. You're like, oh wait, I know that person. What's
is that Scotty? Why is Scotty here? Oh, he's gone. All right, whatever.
That's how Sharknado got started.
Exactly.
Sharknado got started.
Like they just but then it was like a really intense feud. Damon crippled Roderick Strong, and he's trying to get Brutus fired for some reason.
That was a cringy promo when they wheeled Roddy out. Because I was like, first of all, it looked like they just wheeled Roddy out of a closet here in my apartment. It didn't even look like it was a medical facility.
Because your man,
he came out. He all like,
your man came out.
I'm like, what in the blue hell is this? This is not a medical facility. And then, like you said, Roddy, he talks like a robot too. Oh yeah, guys, we're gonna be. No one can defeat Diamond Mine.
Oh gosh, guys, I am sorry that I am not able to be like.
You know who Roddy talks like?
You
ever seen
do this?
Hold up, you ever know who Roddy talks like? You ever seen the movie Grandma's Boy?
Yeah.
The nerd.
Yeah.
I hate your face. That's how Roddy talks.
Diamond Mine. Everybody in Diamond Mine cuts promos like they're in cutscenes for like Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah, like
they all cut promo.
None of them. They lost their talker.
As bad as we're getting about this, like, and they're all
can wrestle
the exact same way.
They all can wrestle.
Yo,
they all can wrestle. The
Creeds and Roddy.
The Creeds are one of my favorite modern tag teams anywhere. They're fucking fantastic.
Easily.
Just
don't let them talk.
They need a mouthpiece. They need MVP. They need MVP.
Yeah. Yo, listen. Anyway. You know what they remind me of? They remind me of World's Greatest Tag Team before they got with Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah.
Right.
They're definitely Team Angle.
Shit. Well,
just like American Alphas until Chad just learned how to talk.
Chad he just has the Kurt Angle gene where he was just like naturally dorky funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he just had that.
Because that "shush please" and "thank you" is amazing.
That shit where he brought like when they first started out with Jason Jordan, and Jason was like, "I can't believe I'm working with this motherfucker," and he keeps bringing out the fucking thing. Like even when Chad wasn't talking a lot, it was funny. Like he was because he's a dork.
I forgot all about that.
He's a dweeb.
When Jason Jordan used to team with Mr. Ty Dillinger, and they fell apart. Oh God!
Go separate ways, Ty.
I saw a tag team. I think one time with Jason Jordan and Angelo Dawkins. I believe I saw one time.
He was trying out so many different tag team.
He also
partners.
wrestled with that Cesar Bonani guy from AEW. Yeah. But like that's the thing is none of them have that dork gene.
That can get Chad over. Yeah.
Yeah. So, they just need, but like, good match, I guess. Not really worth it for pay-per-view. Next match. Alba Fire and Mandy Rose.
This is the match we all thought this would be the title change because at this point, it's time.
It's been time.
It's been
Alba
time.
Fire tricks Toxic Attraction to going to a haunted house for some reason.
As stupid as that was, I like that. It was stupid, but it's Halloween Havoc.
You gotta have something.
I thought it was kind of cool. It was cool.
It was corny.
So that
cool.
happens.
Yeah.
She like traps them in the house, I think, and then drives off.
Even more ammunition to fuel our thoughts of this
her winning.
And you're like, all right, well, they're not going to be able to get back to the building in time to stop a pin. Well, apparently they did because
they had the Thanos snap.
Alba Fire beat her ass for a good 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, Toxic dives in, breaks my pin, knee to the face, over.
It was. I honestly, at this point, I have no clue who could possibly beat Mandy. We're going into next week. She's celebrating 1 year. 1 year as NXT Women's Champion.
Why? And you know what? That goes for something I wanted to bring up. Now that Trips is back in charge, a lot of people are being held in NXT a lot longer than they should be.
Yep.
Number one, like we can only hope that Mello is actually going up.
I think he's gone.
We can only hope that. We don't know.
Oh, I think he's gone. I just don't want him to be put on Hit Row because I don't want all the black people to be with the black people.
Oh, that's what's definitely gonna happen.
I don't want that to happen. He is too cool for Hit Row.
Someone has to save Hit Row.
First of all, Hit Row is down one person because Legato has 3 dudes, 1 chick.
And they're saying they're gonna have a match, and then they say it's a secret person. He's got to call somebody. And people on Twitter said it's Mello, and I'm like, please don't let this be Mello.
Of course it is.
And it probably is, which means, and lately, Mello, what is going to happen to me? What is going to happen to Trick? Because Justin is Mello.
For future reference, Matt, don't ever just say that. What's gonna happen to me? Like I'm a Trick.
What's gonna happen?
Don't ever put you and Trick together in the same. Don't ever put you and Trick in the same sentence together again.
What's gonna happen to Trick Williams?
That's not a good thing.
I know it. Like I guess it just makes sense because who else is like ready to go? But like you're saying, Kenny, there are a lot of people that are ready to go. But I guess maybe nobody. I don't know who else you bring into that match. Unless you're just gonna have someone else on the main roster show up and be the tag partner. I don't know.
But I agree with Kenny though that they are holding folks.
They're holding folks
too long.
Melo's been ready for a year. I mean, Melo's been he was ready since right after he won that belt.
At one point, it was rumored we were gonna have a draft in September.
Right. And we knew for sure Melo was getting drafted in. We knew for sure.
A draft is still apparently going to happen, but it's going to be after Mania.
And it's like
I guess makes sense.
Right. I guess it makes sense because Mania is the end of the season. So next season you get a fresh start, get a new draft. I guess so. But going back to this question, why she's hot? Yes, Mandy is hot. No one's denying it. But at the same time, we know what Mandy can do now. She's held this belt for a year. It's time for her to give this shit the fuck up. And she's another person that's being held down that can kill in the division.
Right back up.
They're literally holding. They're holding. With them having Mandy still as champion, they're holding the rest of Toxic Attraction back. This Toxic Attraction has shown up on the main roster in that tag title tournament. They got rolled off. Then they showed up again. They've shown up on the main roster and didn't get to do anything. Mandy has not gotten to show up on the main roster. People are coming from the main roster to help Mandy. Why? Even though Sonya is her friend in real life and in storyline, it makes no sense for people from the main roster coming down to NXT to help her stay champion. Here's
the thing. You got somebody from the main roster to come down to help somebody from the main roster. And the person from the main roster was there to put that roster in check. So you try to say that person ain't doing their job if you got to bring something. But it's like Mandy's been there too goddamn long. She's been there too long.
Braun has been champion for way too long.
Braun has definitely been there too long. When they took the belt off of him for Dolph, I thought that's when they were going to bring him up.
We thought that would be it.
And that was really interesting when they first did it.
And he won. They had him win the title. Didn't he win the title again on Raw?
Yeah.
He won it on Raw.
He won it on Raw.
But he just showed up on Raw. Why is he going back down? What the fuck? What is that? Like, it didn't make any sense. You know what? Speaking of Braun, let's get to the next match. Fucking fantastic main event.
Great at
First of all, this match would not have been what it was if not for Ilya Dragunov. Let's put that out there. That man beat everybody ass, sold everything that everybody fucking gave him. Okay. If it was not for Dragunov, I think that match would have been. That match went from being, if Dragunov wasn't in it, the match would have gone from an A to a C.
We already had JD and Braun. Was it last pay per view?
That was the last. That was either the last pay per view or a couple shows ago.
It was solid, but it's like Ilya just. There's something he
Ilya.
to match that
He's the mini Walter. He's the mini old Walter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. It's the intensity, but he's like a little fucking bulldog, man. It's like, man, option C. Because at this point, someone has to beat Mandy.
Yeah.
Someone needs to beat Mandy. Mandy can't vacate that belt.
No, she really can't.
That belt has been vacated way too many times already, and she has to lose it.
She definitely
to help
has to
make
lose
somebody else. She has to lose it.
And right now, there's no challengers.
I guess Cora Jade. Not Cora Jade, Roxanne.
It can still be Cora because it's NXT. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you just lost your feud.
It could be old Electra coming back. You know,
it could be Electra. It could be Ava Raine.
Ava Raine. I really don't know. Anyway,
let's get back to Dragunov.
Dragunov there's something every like generation you get like 2 or 3 people that are wrestlers that just have something fucking about them, some like charisma or something that you're just like I have to watch everything this guy does. And Ilya Dragunov just has it. I can't explain it, but he has it.
It's the. You know what it is? I'll tell you exactly what it is, Mongo. Dragunov is the more refined version of Oni Lorcan. And how I like Oni Lorcan. Being a scrappy fucking wrestler that's gonna just bring it to you no matter fucking what. You're gonna slap me? Well, guess what? I'm gonna slap your ass back. Slap me twice, I'm gonna slap you with a chair. Let's go. Like Dragunov.
What's weird about it? He has that thick ass accent. He's a great talker.
Right.
He's a great fucking talker. Like you can understand what and even if you can't, it's still like captivating. He's just like, yeah, whatever he's saying is scaring the shit out of me.
First off, he's getting you coming out doing this shit, waving his hands to his music. He's getting you. Like, come on, sing with me. Sing with me. So he's getting you with that. Then, like I said, he gets respect from me because he's the only person I've ever seen chop Walter and make Walter say ow. Walter did some bullshit.
That's still one of the greatest matches I've ever seen with him and Walter.
And there was absolutely no crowd.
Zero.
Zero people.
So you heard all hits. Okay,
you heard
and then Walter,
every word, every cuss,
and then Walter chopped him in the back of his fucking head. That was a cheat move. Okay.
He smacked the knowledge out of him.
You chopped me in the back of the head. I'm gonna meet you after the show's over.
You chopped me in the back of the head. Now I'm sitting there like fucking handyman. Okay, because that's what's going. Because you done rocked some shit loose.
Right.
Okay. I'm sitting there.
I said he smacked the knowledge out of you. If he smacked the back of your neck, he's smacking the knowledge out of you.
Right. Imagine having a baldy around Walter.
Oh God.
That's what he gave him. He gave him an open neck.
Oh my God.
Also, I don't want to undersell the other two in this match because I know you're not a big
JD
guy.
JD
no, Kevin Owens is not a bit JD guy.
Kevin Owens is trying to get that man fired. But before that happens, JD McDonough he's pretty fucking good.
But we've always known Big Head Finn, Baby Finn was good.
He's always been good. I think Braun is not as good as either one of those guys.
No, but
I
he's
think
ready.
Braun held his own.
Right.
I don't think he didn't look out of step ever. I don't think in that match. Which is all that matters. He doesn't have to be as good as them. He just has to be able to hold up. He has to be able to keep up with what we're doing. And that's what he did.
And he was able to do it with his version and his style. So I'll give him that.
He's got it figured out.
Right.
He didn't have to be much better than that to get that. He's good. Put him in the main roster. He'll figure out the rest.
Right.
They're
probably waiting for. You know what? They're probably waiting for somebody else to have a similar look to him. Is there another Steiner kid anywhere or something like that? Because they're probably waiting for that so that way they can bring him up as a fucking tag team.
I mean, are you talking about like legitimate Steiner kids or like when he was Big Bad Booty Daddy and he was just kind of doing whatever he was doing? Because I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, I read something that wasn't Von Wagner on main event. I mean, wouldn't put it past him. Put him and Von in the tag team. So,
I would be very.
Don't do that to Mongo.
Don't. Come on, man.
Come Tuesday.
I wouldn't be.
Braun. I still don't think Braun's the guy to beat Roman, but Braun. Braun could beat Gunther, maybe. He could do something. But yeah, Braun is ready.
He need to fight Sheamus.
Braun's ready. Carmelo's ready. I'll be honest. I think Billy is probably ready, but he ain't gonna be going out for a while.
Right. They gonna hold him back just because of his English. That's the only reason.
Tyler's ready. The Creeds are probably ready.
The Creed
was definitely ready.
Cameron Grimes.
Grimes is definitely ready.
I think Grimes is about to go.
Yeah, if
Grimes
we saw him on Raw a couple weeks ago with the OC, so yeah, he going up some to the moon.
Probably close. Kenny, there's a lot of people that could probably go.
And I feel like we see the thing about it is Trips has a history of keeping people down for a long time. Because how long did it take Finn to fucking come up?
The first time, yeah, Jesus.
It took Finn a whole career.
Yeah. Well, I went to one of his.
It literally took Finn
events. The first
3 years.
It took Finn. It took him his whole career because when he finally got up there, what happened? He won the belt within 2 weeks and then died as he won the belt.
That is always going to be one of the biggest what ifs.
Yeah, what could have been
run because
what was the plan supposed to be?
Because the plans, from what I've always read, is Finn was supposed to keep this run going. Kevin Owens was supposed to be a heel and challenge him for this title. Kevin Owens was not supposed to win. I think everything that was supposed to happen happened up until us making Goldberg relevant. That's where everything went to shit because
the thing is
that Goldberg cool.
Let's not bring that up.
No matter what, that was going to happen, and that was going to fuck up whoever was holding the belt.
Yeah.
So it was just that it was not Finn, it was Kevin Owens that got beat. That was going to happen.
Let's not bring that up.
So anyway, that was Halloween Havoc. 2 really great matches. Everything else just not really worth watching.
It could have been a TV.
Like
rest
football,
of it.
Football's on. I'm not watching this over football. I'm not. Sorry. And then NXT.
We're not going to talk about Raw.
I mean, what do you want to talk about on Raw?
That's. Oh, the return of my
Nikki Cross is back.
Yeah, Crazy Nikki's back, and of course, my man R-Truth.
Truth is showing up.
R-Truth was busy this week. R-Truth
right.
Was busy
That's
this week.
That's the main thing.
What if R-Truth is the guy that they bring in on Friday?
Yeah, that makes sense. R-Truth could be that guy that give him the trifecta Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
I ain't got no beef with it. I ain't never got no beef with R-Truth
R-Truth
on my
does.
TV screen.
Yeah,
I never got no beef with
whatever,
R-Truth.
whatever gets Ron the truth on any TV. Keep it going.
I am with it.
Keep it going.
Like, never have we ever heard, like, we never get mad that as soon as we hear what's up, as soon as we hear that theme, we all get happy. Because we're like, yo. Like, and this was the first time we seen Truth during this new era.
Yeah. Like, anytime I want to see Truth in a Bloodline promo. Exactly. Yes.
So I'm glad Trips knows that we love Truth. The Truth love is universal. Vince loves Truth. Trips loves Truth. We all love Truth. So give us all the truth.
Anytime you see Truth come out, you know it's going to look a good 5-15 minutes of just real funny shit. It's always going to be worth your time. And then, Nikki Cross came back. She's no longer Nikki Ash, thank God. We're finally past that. So NXT, we saw a few things. We saw the tease of another hacker gimmick.
Margaret don't like
I'm just sick of all these creepy ass voices. That's what I'm sick of.
Scripts. We about to scripts.
Yeah, scripts.
When it first said that, I was like, Trips? I was like, Trips? Scripts?
Nope.
I was like, okay, scripts like scripts. Scripts like, oh, we need to follow the script. Okay, that's so creative. They just spelled it different. And I was like, scripts. Okay, that rhymes with trips. Oh, you are so creative. Scripts with a creepy ass voice. Not like we ain't gotta look at Bray for a whole 2 hours and then see that shit on Monday with all his creepy voices. Because Uncle Halliday's voice is creepy.
And now and Gacy, we got enough creep. We like spooky, but it's too much. It's too much.
I like Gacy's spooky. Bray spooky is cool too until those voices start coming on and all that. And then the scripts bullshit, it's just
I don't even know if it's creepy. It's just
not creepy. It's just like this again.
How many times is NXT going to be hacked by somebody? Like, it happens a lot.
It got hacked by Ember Moon.
It did. I was about to bring that up. Like Ember, you know who hacked it before Ember Moon? Sammy Callahan, I think.
Yeah, and then he left.
Like you got hacked by Sammy Callahan.
Fucking
Ember
put up
Moon.
some firewalls, NXT down.
Get a VPN.
Their Norton antivirus expired.
Get some Surfshark. What the fuck are you doing? Why is this happening?
Man, they over here. HBK, get off LimeWire.
That's what HBK still got $. He still got AOL.
He that gift still. I know he's still that gift. He still do this. I know he do. He probably be in Zoom meetings like where to leave button, how to leave. How do I leave?
I can't believe he's like in charge of anything because like how the fuck is he operating a computer? I know he can't do it.
Well, he probably thinks the leave button is over here when it's actually over here. So he just be like,
Matt Bloom was like under his desk like typing shit for him. It's like what's
like
Sean, you got some real big hands there. Like
yeah. That's what I do. You know,
I'm the HB Shizzle, baby.
Sexy boy.
So like scripts, and I think one of y'all said it was supposed to be Vincent, maybe. Which
yes,
I've seen Vincent could be somebody in Bray's group, or Vincent could be this person.
Vincent is supposed to be scripts.
I don't care about Vincent. Anybody else care about Vincent?
I really don't. But
I just don't like.
I liked him in Ring of Honor.
He fits Ring of Honor.
But like they had 10 months to make me give a shit about him in Impact.
He fits in Ring of Honor. He fits in Impact. He does not fit in AEW. He doesn't fit in NXT or in WWE.
We about to get. Hey, listen here. We about to get the Barefoot Bandit because he's coming out barefoot.
So we'll see what he does. I guess I don't care. Then we have.
It could be him, or it could just be somebody repackaged. We went from A Kid to superhero dude real fast.
Did y'all notice that he changed his mask the second someone accused him of lying about it, about trying to steal it?
He ain't want no smoke.
Some indie guys like, he stole my mask, and he changed that shit the next week.
He went to WWE and said, "Change this." I told y'all
Now
jiggy with this bullshit.
We had some pretty great matches. The women's tag match was fucking fantastic.
That women's tag match was awesome, even with that stupid ass false
listen.
finish.
That's the best I've seen Nikita Lyons look ever in a match.
Right.
That dude Zoe is strong, man. That little fella got some.
Don't start.
That was a good ass match, and like
it was. That little fella is strong.
Titles. For titles that I do not give absolutely two shits about, and it's not because that they're the women's tag team NXT tag team titles. It's because we have a whole nother set of titles called the WWE women's tag team titles, and they're supposed to be defended across all three brands. Yep. While we got a set of tag titles for women for the developmental brand, when we got a whole set of titles right here that are supposed to be defended on all three brands. Make it make sense. Y'all ain't making it make sense.
That's something we've said for months and months and months. Where you don't.
That's something that we said since. You don't have enough.
That could have been Damage Control versus those two teams right there.
But it was great. Caden and
since when
Katana's hands.
Katana.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great match.
Since when does another referee come out to tell a referee, "Oh no, she tagged her"?
I will honestly say,
when was the last good Dusty finish?
80.
When was the last time that fucking worked? It worked. It was a good thing. Like I don't think it's worked since Dusty did them. You know what I mean? Like I don't think
we had, what was it, the Ronda one where Liv tapped, but Ronda had her pinned or whatever.
Did that work though? Because all that did was make people boo Liv.
Right.
I mean,
I don't know if it worked. That's the thing is like, anytime someone's tried this in any company, it's just WWE, it's any company. Anytime they try to do this slick shit, it never works.
My thing is this. On that particular thing, she missed the tag, you missed her tagger. If it was anything else, like, oh no, it was somebody from the outside that interfered. Like we've seen referees come in and be like, no, her arm was up on the other end of that. We've seen them say that. We've seen them do interference from that, and we're like, oh, okay. And I don't have any problem with that. But to tell the ref, no, she actually tagged her. I didn't like it. I didn't like that.
There are things that happen in matches that if this is a thing that can happen where refs come down and fix something, why doesn't it happen more often?
Right. It's like I kind of look at it
right, like you showing that you allowing fuck ups on the regular. If a ref can get away with it, if a motherfucker can get away with it any other time, then you showing you allowing fuck ups. And you showing favor.
Who did Mox wrestle where he couldn't use his finish? And
MJF.
And then like in the match, the ref's back was turned, hit his finish, right? And then like, why didn't another ref come down to the ring and figure that out? Like you just show the replay on the big ass screen 5 times. No one's gonna like, oh well, gotta reverse the decision. You either do it or you don't.
Right.
It's them trying to bring the real sports aspect, like because like in football in the NFL, the last 2 minutes, the booth can do the review. It's kind of like what I feel like that's what they're trying to do, but you can't really do that in wrestling. It's just like interim titles. You can't do that.
You can't do it because like
I'm like you can in a certain way because, like I said, you can in a certain way because we've seen other rep.
It just has to be uniform. It has to be all the way across.
Right. Like
when you want to do it.
Like we've seen refs come out and make a pinfall for another ref and the ref would be like, no, he hit me or whatever. We gotta start the match over. Like we've seen that. Like there's certain finishes that we've seen a ref do that is like, okay, I don't like it, but let's get it. And you kind of like after a while you expect the ref to end certain finishes. Like okay, it's gonna be but for, you missed that tag, bro. Not once in the history of my old ass watching wrestling have I ever seen a ref say, "Yo, bro, you missed that tag."
We just saw what was that? Just a few months ago, we saw Montez go the fuck off.
Right.
The ref missed up. And now we got refs coming up behind them talking about Margo, you want to explain what a dusty finish is?
A dusty finish. So back in the day when Dusty was helping book his part of the NWA, it was better to keep the belt on like big time heels like Flair and other people because the money was about the chase of like Dusty or somebody else getting the belt. So he would have a match for the belt where he'd pin the champion, but it was through some kind of weird means or something that the ref would have to like reverse a decision, or like the next night it would be reversed. And it was to make the crowd there happy and pop for something.
Yeah.
Because you don't want them leaving upset. That's a dusty finish where even like you kind of reverse, you keep the belt on the heels or whatever, but the crowd went home happy for something. The reason that doesn't work now is because first off, people are smarter now than they were 40 years ago.
Smarter with the internet. With the internet now.
Wait a minute, why you gotta pick 40 years ago, motherfucker? No, what are you trying to say? Why you gotta pick my age?
I was just that's what it was happening. 40 years ago.
45. We'll just put extra 5 on it. 45 years ago.
Old.
Kenny ain't 45, so boom, 45.
I'm 41, motherfucker. God
Don't
damn.
matter. It's 45. It's more than your age.
Right.
Sorry, 42 years ago.
See, that's why I just kept it at 45.
41 and 9 months ago, it was
You know what, Margo? Take do me a favor, take a deep breath.
Oh. But yeah, that's why it doesn't work anymore because people. It doesn't work anymore because people are smarter. We have the internet, and we can see right through the bullshit.
I love you,
know
Margo.
how the business works.
I love
that's
you,
why
Margo.
it doesn't work.
Tell me you love me back, Margo.
One of my favorite Dusty finishes is from, I'm sure Mongo probably remembers this. Remember when Chris Jericho beat Triple H for the title?
That is exactly what I was
thinking.
Exactly
what it is.
Maybe the last one.
He beat him for the title, and I remember running around the house like, Chris Jericho is the WWF champion.
And then
Triple H, they went to commercial, and Triple H drug Earl Hebner out there and said, reverse this decision. You were against me. You've been against me this whole time. You counted. That was a fast count. Reverse it. And he had to admit he was wrong. And for the longest, that was the only time we saw Chris Jericho with the title until he beat The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night.
So like that is a perfect example of one people have probably seen. Yes. Hopefully that explains it to anyone that doesn't know. It just doesn't work nowadays. They didn't work there specifically because like
I feel like we had one.
No one really had anybody to boo in that match.
Right.
You know? Like
I feel like we had one more. I feel like we had one more recently, and I think NXT.
Might have.
I feel like we had one with another women's championship.
Probably do it with Mandy. People don't have a lot of really dumb
matches. I think it was something with Mandy, if I'm not mistaken.
That'd be my guess.
But
anyway, so that was a great match. If you haven't seen it, that's good. You can go watch that. We also got Pretty Deadly versus Inoue and Blade. Mm-hmm.
Yo, those kids showed up. Those kids showed up.
Yeah. I was about to say I didn't give a fuck about it before this night. But
those kids showed. Yeah. They pulled the TM61 on us right there.
They did. That's exactly.
Man, I thought they was gonna win at one point. Because I went into the show thinking, well, at least one title's gonna change. So once I was like, okay, maybe the women's title will change. Once that didn't happen, I said, oh well, those boys about to be pretty deadly.
Right. And they showed the fuck up. I really thought they was gonna win. I said, hold on.
My boy came out there in that sweater vest. He came out that sweater vest.
What did that's Malik. What were they calling themselves? Sweatsuit or something like that? One's in a sweater. Because one's in a sweater vest and one's in a suit. They call themselves sweatsuit.
But this dude made a return to give him, but of course, Pretty Deadly won, which shocked the shit out of all of us. We were all like, "Oh,
we thought they were losing."
Right. Because, like I said, I'm the only. You said why not count Wes as? Because I said there was no change in hands of champions. What I was saying by that is there wasn't an actual match where the champion lost and there was the new champion. That's what I feel a true change of champion is. Like if it's vacant, it's anybody's. But if the champion loses it, I feel that's a change of hand.
Okay. So yeah, they lose. They go to the parking lot. They're upset, and a truck pulls up. And who was it in that truck? Odyssey motherfucking Jones, baby.
With a Jeep full of hoes. Talk about
what y'all upset about? Get in the truck. And they're like,
your man hit him with the truck. Your man hit him with the you did your best, but tonight we gonna go party, yo. I got these right here, these little slimmies right here, they with it. I'm saying hop in, we get it in, you know what I'm saying? You know what we do. And now the funny part was he was looking at him like, I'm gonna get in that truck, dog. That's
like they turned Odyssey into the fucking Godfather. Like, all right, sure, I guess. Cool.
Your man pulled up in an Escalade full of hoes.
Because HB Shizzle is doing all his dirt with this creative.
He loves him some ladies.
Do you know how many hoes you can get in the Escalade?
HBK knows.
Damn sure knows. HBK's done that homework.
HBK knows. He was probably at Cadillac when they invented the Escalade.
He was giving them tips.
He was like, nope.
Let me tell you how I got this cross-eyed.
3 more.
Let me tell y'all how I got this cross-eyed, because I ain't have enough holes in here. I need more space over here.
So Odyssey's back. That was kind of neat. Like, all right, cool. That's interesting. Booker T still hates what's his name?
Oh, he hates
Super Diva.
Quincy. He hates Quincy.
Oh my god.
He gets so quiet when he comes on. He gets real quiet when Quincy.
Did you hear? But hold on. But did you hear the first time that he saw Quincy? He said, "What is this?"
What's his name?
And then they showed the camera. They showed the camera on Book's face, and he was like,
"What? Who's Book's partner on commentary?" Vic.
Oh, I can't remember that.
Vic Joseph.
Vic says something like, "Yeah, everybody loves Quincy," and Book goes, "Not everybody."
And it's the way Book says it like a disappointed father.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Book says it like a disappointed father. And I think that's what makes me laugh the hardest, man. Because he's like, everybody loves Quincy. He goes, not everybody.
No, it was one line that got me on this Tuesday, because I told Margo, because what did he say? He was like, I don't even know who this is, but I like it. And I was like, what?
Yo, Book. First of all, Your man Vic pulled the Black Snow reference out.
He said,
Your man Vic
Black
said,
Snow
as long as you're gonna come in, he's like, are you gonna go Halloween as Black Snow? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know Black Snow.
like someone didn't tell Book we could talk about it now. He's like,
Right.
that didn't happen. That's another lifetime.
He's like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, come on, bro.
If I had gotten Booker T going in there whooping someone's ass and like narrating it.
Tell me that sucker just didn't mention Black Snow while we was on camera. I didn't know we could do that.
Nah, we're gonna get Black Snow at the Rumble. What?
If we get Black Snow at any point, I'll consider Triple H the greatest booker of all time.
And he has to do his own commentary while he's in the ring.
He does. He has to. Oh, Booker T lined up that kick. Booker T's
Booker T takes out Quincy. Booker T's goes all time.
It's all that
Quincy's ass.
Damn it, he said, wait for Booker T to go Hank Hill. And he said, damn it, Quincy.
He gonna be like, damn it, Quincy. Tell me you didn't say that, Quincy.
That boy ain't right. I can't fucking.
Yo, the hate, it's disdain and disappointment when he talks about Quincy.
Quincy, people like Quincy. That's cool, man. That's fine. But Booker T,
he is not with the shit.
Like,
First of all, on the low, before Book, my man Bad News Barrett was hating on Quincy too. He didn't get it either.
I just tolerated
Barrett and Book is not feeling Super Diva. You know?
The only time I fucks with the Super Diva is when he's with my dude that looked like Mongo, the security dude.
What's it? Hank.
Hank.
Yeah.
Hank is the dude. I like Hank. That is the greatest to me. That is like so cool of how they wrote him in because he had started out as a security guy,
and the security guards are always rallied around him. Is like kind of his phrase is straight to the point. Hey, stop being a dick. All right. And when I see that, I'll be like, that's Mongo. Hey, don't be a dick. Him and then Sangha and Beard attacked the Creed brothers, but they still got the suits on. I was like,
I'm digging it. I'm digging the suits.
I love it.
I'm digging the suits and the man buns. The suits and the buns. I'm digging it.
I appreciate HBK for saying that he wanted to present them as actual people and not stereotypes.
I love it.
I fucks with it. Fucks with it.
Them being big, scary motherfuckers, but dressed up.
They got they on that New Japan plan. You know how they be dressed in the New Japan?
Yeah, boy. My boy Sonata and them, boy. Woo!
They on that New Japan drip. They got that New Japan drip.
They got to kick ass while looking good.
And the thing is, Veer is the vicious one.
Yeah.
Because he's always coming.
There's leading Sangha down a path.
Because he's always coming. Look at these guys. Hit him again.
I was talking to somebody about it. Like, man, I really hope if they bring them back together, we do not lose Suit Sangha, because Suit Sangha is like he's one of my favorite characters in NXT.
Everybody loves Suit Sangha.
Because it's the smooth. Your man is smooth. He's smooth, yo. You can't fuck with smooth.
And he gives good advice. Like, he'll just be back there. He'll be like, you know what? Yeah, you lost, but keep your head up. You'll be back.
That shit he did in the yoga class, that shit was funny. It was funny as
yo. Suit Sangha is the shit. Suit Sangha is the shit. What else happened?
We're talking about Gacy's group. We're talking about the Rock's daughter.
Yeah, that was really the highlight, because that made mainstream media.
It made the shade room.
Look at how long it took us to get to that. That's how good an episode NXT was this week. Where it took us that fucking long to get to this.
We're at the hour 20 mark, and we are mentioning the long, and I mean long, because it's been like 4 or 5 years. Awaited debut.
Because this girl done blew out both her knees.
Of The Rock's
both of them.
Baby girl.
Simone,
now known as Ava Raine, debuted as the 4th member of Joe Gacy's group.
Schism.
When they walked out and they had her in the mask and the hoodie, you could see that she was wearing some wrestling boots and like a skirt or something, kind of like what Sonya used to wear when she wrestled. And I was like, who the fuck? Because that's not Sonya. Who is that? And also, this is not the same person that's been in that fucking suit or that hoodie this whole time.
Right, damn sure isn't.
She gained 1.5 feet of height. There's no way in hell. Unless those boots are real big underneath. I don't know what it is. But I was like, who is that? Who could that be? Is it somebody that we know? And she took her mask off.
And Baby Nia came out.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Rock's daughter has joined Joe Gacy's cult. You think Rock called the second that happened? Like, what the fuck are you doing with my daughter?
I saw the meme where it said, "This will get my dad's attention." It said, "Like my dad's not paying attention to me, so I joined a cult."
Yo, listen. He said, "Sean, you looked me dead in the eyes and told me it wouldn't be any bullshit. I look everybody in the eyes. Dwayne, you can't see the way I look. I'm looking everybody right now."
Man, I was shocked when she unmasked. It took me a second to process that it was her because I was like, "The Rock's daughter?" I was like, "Oh." Like,
as soon as I saw that jawline, I said, "Oh, that's Rock's daughter."
Oh, she Rock did all the pushing when it came to making her because she looked just like him.
People are upset that she's like not with the bloodline right now. Like she wasn't ready for the bloodline. Come on, like even Solo needed like a year of like polish before they put him up there. Like let's see what it does. Let's see how she works out.
I'm glad they're doing.
Give her some time.
If this was Vince in charge of NXT, she would have had something referencing her bloodline. The fact that she's coming in as her own separate person with nothing that's even being mentioned of her being related to The Rock, being The Rock's daughter, is awesome because she needs to be her own person. Just like Solo needed to be his own person.
I'm just want to see what she can do. I just want to see what she can do actually in the ring. Because like I said,
I want her to be healthy.
One of the major things that has kept her down so long from finally debuting, like I made a joke about it, but I was dead serious. She wound up tearing like both her ACLs. Like she tore one, fixed it, and then wound up tearing the other one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
She got those Tamina knees.
She's got
Stone Cold knees already.
She's been in developmental for like 4 or 5 years. That's why we were like, "Oh, you're finally ready to be on TV."
And the thing about it is, I think that she might have been. She cut a real good promo last Tuesday. I'll say that she cut a real good promo. You can tell that they've been working with her on that, or she might just naturally have it, considering who her father is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think they were just honestly waiting for her body to get better, because from that promo looked real smooth. So that you either you've been practicing the hell out of that, or that's natural.
I'm guessing since she's injured for so long, she's probably like, well, I might as well learn how to talk.
Right.
And she got no better teacher than the Brahma Bull, Black Adam.
Wait, did you see that? Hold on, did you see that? I know what made me talking about, Matt, when it was like when your daddy spends too much time raising Kevin Hart, so you join the cult.
Oh yeah.
There was some report. Someone talked to Solo about his family, and they were like, "What is it like being a part of the Rock's family?" And the guy was like, "I haven't talked to Rock in like 20 fucking years."
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, it's so sad." Like, It's not sad. The guy,
like with generations,
what do you mean?
right? Like that's what people don't get. Like when there's generations apart, you don't really fucking talk. Like if there's a large age gap, like Solo's what 22,
Yeah, he's a baby,
young.
and The Rock is like 50.
right? Like that's old enough to be his dad, damn near.
The only people like I always remember like when people like Roman and the Usos would do interviews. They are the generation that remembers like talking to Rock, or like Rock starting out his movie career, and like because they would like I remember they made a joke like, oh yeah, we seen the game plan. We was watched that a lot. That movie fucked us up. we watched it, but it was like
that one was sexy.
No.
I don't know. I don't think we're all depressed about that. But I just don't get it. Like he just started drinking legally.
Right. Like your man just got out of high school last week. Give him a break. He's supposed to have been hanging with Rock his whole life.
He said that he don't even know Roman all like that. He was like, I don't know Roman.
He's like that's my older brother. Like you know how much of a gap there is between us. Like
I saw Roman 10 years ago. Like like we talked when he was sick.
Solo was basically trying to tell us that he was an accident. That's what he's just trying to tell us, y'all. He was an accident.
Old my brothers are, or how much older they are than me? Like shit.
He was an accident, baby. That's what he's just trying to tell us. I don't know these people.
He's like, do you know how much older Jacob is?
my brothers weren't here when I was in diapers. What the fuck is?
What are you talking? Like, come on, give me a break.
He's the only member of the family that has to go. He has to go on Peacock and see his dad's matches. Uso seen their dad wrestle. He ain't seen Rocky.
29? No way.
Ain't no fucking way. He's my age. No way.
No way. No, I'm looking right.
They're faking his age. There's no way he's 29 years old.
No way.
No way. If it says
March 18th, 1993.
They're lying. They're lying through their teeth. Ain't no way.
It still makes sense that he still don't know half of these folks. Like he ain't
it still makes sense, but also I still don't think that's true. I think someone fucked up on Wikipedia. He looks too damn young. He looks way too young for that to be true.
Anyway, so that NXT ends with McDonough hurting Dragon off, beating the shit out of him. So that's a really great episode of NXT. Dynamite happens, and what's going to cut to the main thing. MJF maybe turned face.
Maybe?
Sort of.
But here's the thing. With MJF, right, we don't know if this was a whole... But if this was MJF, you know what? He didn't turn face. This was part of his plan.
You think he?
Yeah, I've seen people saying that.
Because you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now.
You think he said Page to hit him with his finish?
He said that. Think about this. He said, "If Mox wins, I want him 100%. I don't want any excuses about him not being 100%. So if Mox isn't 100%, what has to happen? I can't be at 100%.
So you think he's making them
an even playing level?
So you think they're like kind of like pulling punches, but they're still beating him up?
Yeah. Except for that table shit, they threw his ass through that. Cass threw his ass.
I saw that video.
Cass threw his ass through that shit hard.
The last time I saw them do this, and they were like, sometimes you got to take a couple shots, was, well, I guess Mustafa Ali and Retribution, but we're not going to talk about that. The last time I saw this where it kind of worked was Bully Ray and Aces and Eights. If you didn't watch Impact when Aces and Eights was happening, Bully Ray married Hulk Hogan's daughter.
Oh, God, don't remind
me.
And then had to prove to the whole roster that he was a changed man, a changed person.
Oh,
and he was
God.
fighting for TNA.
If y'all have ever watched Impact on Pluto, or no, what on Twitch when it used to be on Twitch, you've seen this
shit all the
promo.
time. They show this
You've
shit all
seen
the
this
time.
promo
all the fucking time.
And they always showed the match where it happened, where he got a
the
match
cage
with
match.
Jeff, because Hogan was like, you know what, you've earned it, brother. I believe in you, brother. And you're gonna go fight Jeff tonight, brother. And he goes. The match starts, and Aces and Eight starts climbing, and they throw Bully a hammer, and he smacks Jeff in the back of the head, pins him. It was I fooled all of you. Do you know who I am? Like, I don't even know if I want to say it worked, because no one believed he was not a bad guy.
Bully Ray.
We were just booing like it
Wing.
was just booing because it was bad. It was like, boo, you suck.
The man's name is Bully.
Like you can't
Like,
cheer
what the
on a person named Bully.
Look, Brooke deserved it.
You deserved it.
And shout out to Brooke Hogan. She helped us find out that her dad is a racist. So shout out to Brooke.
Just like the Lord said, you deserve it. You ever been?
So like, I don't know if it's gonna work. I guess it's because it's MJF. But man, I don't know. I'm curious, because you can't make MJF a face.
Really can't. But you know what? Here's the thing. Yes, you can, because he's always been a tweener.
Variation at this point since
MJF is a complete tweener. He's a complete tweener.
Well, no, tweener's fine. I'm talking about you can't make him a full blown face.
But here's the thing, though. He might as
is shitting on everybody, including every audience. Audiences want him to shit on them. But like, you can't have him doing that and him be a face. You can't. Right. It doesn't.
But here's the. But the thing about it is he gets cheered louder than anyone else.
So tweener is where he can stay. But I think face is. I think if you make him like a face, there's this temptation to make him the like baby kissing, high five giving kind of face, you know. And I just like, he would be real easy to mess up as a face.
I guess he can stay at tweener then, but like I said, he gets cheered louder than Mox. And we know Mox Mox is a face. There's no one who gets a pop when you go to any AEW event and you hear that the crowd goes nuts.
Yep.
There's no one in that company more popular than him. It's not even close by a mile. He is. I don't know. I think that's very.
And that's probably why Punk was, because he knew he eventually was going to have to lose to him.
Well, that's another reason he can eat a dick. There's another. I think a bigger problem with Mox. Yeah, I believe it. There's a report claiming that MJF probably signed a deal back in the summer, and like, I don't think anyone is shocked if that is the case. Like, did anyone really think MJF was leaving in 2024?
No,
genuinely,
it was. Really? It really would have taken like the ultimate WWE offer. Like, he probably would have had to negotiate with Triple H.
Like, let's be for real. MJF
is AEW.
Oh, shit, he is an AEW. He might be a lifer.
He is
all about that company.
Right.
Here's the thing. As much as other people like to talk shit, MJF literally is the pillar of AEW right now.
Him and Hangman are what are supposed to be carrying that company.
If MJF, they are, and here's the thing: if MJF or Hangman leave AEW, a large following is going to leave with them. A large. You can have Kenny Omega, you can have the Bucks leave, you can have Penta leave, you can have 95% of your roster leave.
Right.
But if those two leave,
that's where all the future money you have lies right now. That's it.
Because Mox just wants to go on vacation.
Let Mox go on the dance. Let's take the belt off my radio so we can go on vacation.
He wants to go on vacation so bad he ain't got his wife a job there now.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I think that's about it. I think we covered everything.
Cool. Right.
Yeah, I mean, SmackDown is tomorrow. We got Ronda defending the title. We're on the road to Crown Jewel. I think Crown Jewel is next week because next week is November. So next week should be.
Where the fuck did October go?
October had shit to do.
Lots to do.
I'm mad too because I don't feel like paying rent again. But guess what?
I've been watching spooky movies all month, so I've been hanging out in it. I've been basking in it, bathing in it.
That's how I've just been looking at the football season. We already week 8. We already week 8.
No man, we're about to be done football.
I don't understand where the fuck October went. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It was just summer. Why is it dark at 6 o'clock now? Wouldn't it just?
You know what it was? It was the fucking dragons. Shit, go by fast,
man.
Right, because it damn sure did. Because what? That was 10 weeks.
It was 10 weeks. That felt like 10
that
weeks.
Was 2 months. That was 2 months. 2.5. Why the fuck did 2.5 months fly by? Because of fucking dragons. Speaking of dragons, folks, don't forget to join us on Saturdays where we'll be talking about the season finale of the Dragons. Join us Saturday as we'll be doing UTR's House of the Podcast, where we do talk about dragons. But also, don't forget to follow us at facebook.com/undertheringpod and also at twitch.tv/undertheringpod. Don't forget to also follow us on our Twitter pages. Individually, we got the man behind the boards. We got Greg Bush, SK. Follow that man. He's writing. He get them clicks for him.
Yes, sir.
Content. If you miss something in wrestling, why don't you follow this man so that way you can click on one of his articles and you can find out exactly what happened, so that when you watch us on Thursday, you will know exactly what we're talking about. Do yourself that favor. Next person you can follow. Hey, that's me, folks. They Rock Ribs 44. You can follow me if you want to look at a couple of cool pictures and see me repeat a couple of things that I see Mongo retweet, mostly his articles. So click on those. Once again,
it's a trickle down tweet.
Right, pretty much. Mr. Freshbeard, who's usually here, the man right there talks about every social thing that you need to talk about, and he also reposts Mongo's articles. So click on those so we can get Mongo's article. The man right here with the Master Brewery, the right answer. Any type of beer that you're looking for, ask this man. He'll definitely let you know. If you want to know about Lakers stuff, you can follow his page. And if you also want to read Mongo's articles, follow his page too. Get those clicks in.
Yeah, don't follow me for Lakers stuff. You just
yes. Real pissed off for that.
Yes.
And our street team captain, the man who is getting all the UTR merch together for us so we can get it out there to you folks. Follow him. He's going to be reading articles that he sees during the week, written by who? That man right there, Mongo Greg Bush. At the end of the day, folks,
get Greg paid.
At the end of the day, what you gotta do is click on Greg's articles, yo. Like I said, if you have not followed up during the week of what's been going on, you missed the episode of whatever it is during the week, click on this man and he'll let you know. Look at that UTR merch for wait, I didn't even get the keychain. Oh yes, I did. My bad. My bad.
You were just lying.
My bad. My bad. Yeah, I did. My bad.
I think Mongo got one more thing to show.
No, I don't.
Oh God.
Nope. We're gonna keep that off. We'll keep that off the camera.
Once again, folks, don't forget to follow our page. We're usually on Thursdays around 8:30ish. But if you follow the page, you'll know exactly what time we'll come on because you'll see us. Once again,
Just put
don't
us
forget.
on next to Thursday Night Football because more than likely that game is gonna suck ass.
That game
Right.
sucks.
You know what I mean?
You know that
And-
shit was on purpose. That was done by the NFL.
Right, exactly. See, even the NFL knows to check us out. They putting on a shitty game just so you can check us out. NFL
Next week is Philly versus Houston. So ass.
Know what I mean? So check us out. Don't forget, once again, like I said, this Saturday, House of the Podcast, we'll be doing our season finale of House of the Dragon, and we'll also be starting our interview with a vampire podcast as well. So we'll be talking about, we'll go from dragons and shit, all assed out on a Thursday. Assed out on a Thursday, for real. On a Thursday.
On that note.
Thanks for joining us, folks.